Hello, and welcome my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do you need? Shadow read for this full moon in Aquarius to new moon in Virgo, August 2023. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal. For short, they're my initials. I'm not bad. I'm just spelled that way. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace. From a professional witch in chakra chapters. There's chakras in this reading. There's a Kindle version available if you would like to preview it for free. Link in the description box, but the original version is over on patreon.com/drawingthecircle because we had to tone it down for Kindle. Some of my subscribers get the original WOG from a professional witch, but all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in with me pretty much every single morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link where we chat with each other about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications of said astrological weather, a Sabbath, a full moon, a new moon. We do them all over there in the morning's cup of coffee. They also get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. A rather large catalog. All of them are timeless, the extended reads, and all of them are relationship soul contract based, and they all get an extensive discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling, and readings and all of that. We'll talk about that at the end of the video, but I love it, and I highly recommend patreon.com to anyone who's trying to get their service done in this world. I am a Virgo, so I'm taking it big time. So you 7-day free trials, Seeker and Human, our first 2 levels. Check them out. Bail the last day, I don't care. Just come check it out. We're having a field day over there. Click the link, check it out, and come play Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Mark Angelo Lyons. That you can call me Mal. It's so much easier to remember than all of that. I have to say it over and over. You don't. So let's get down to business, shall we? We are doing an 8-card draw here. We'll do some explanation for the new Taurians and crosswatchers, and then we'll jump into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you like, but we are going to talk about the astrology of this 2-week period, this full to new in August 2023, because Chiron's retrograde. We'll get there. First off, if you are new, welcome. An 8-card draw is just 1 card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, insight into anything in particular, but we are fine-tuning it for a waning moon, a 14-day period when the moon rides at her peak. Then ye heart's desire seek, enjoy it while you can, because then it's the releasing, the letting go, the transformation, the surrender, the alchemy from lead to gold, 3 atoms in between lead and gold on the periodic table of elements. That's what these readings are for, to help you land the dismount at the new moon so that you can plant a seed and help it grow. Those are the 5-card draws. So let's talk about the astrology. Oh, real quick though, you're getting 2 healing systems. Carolyn Mason, Matt Kahn. You're getting 2 tarot decks. Daughters of the Moon, Mythic Tarot, and 4 oracles. Ganesh, Divine Animals, Magical Herb, and Crystal Oracle. So it's a new 8-card draw. We're actually ending pretty well. We're ending with the mantra, but animal, vegetable, and mineral, that's new. So I'm enjoying the creative process here. So this letting go should be rather interesting. This 2-week period, we start with a full moon in Aquarius. Tuesday, August 1st, which is Lama, Saluch Nasad, one of the 8 Sabbats in the pagan wheel of the year, midsummer technically, because after that would come autumn, fall, autumnal equinox, and that's at 2:32 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. Now, there's some stuff going on in between that and the new moon, so let's just jump to the new moon, because it's a little tricky, but it depends on your time zone, I suppose. The new moon, it actually goes new at void of course, meaning that it's not technically in a sign, and it happens on Wednesday, August 16th, but at 5:38 a.m., that's what I mean. It's like, I'm not going to be awake for that anyway, but it doesn't go officially into Virgo full moon until 7:14 p.m. Eastern. So really, we won't be in dark moon as of 5:38 a.m., which is good because it's those last 3 days, the balsamic moon, where the shit tends to hit the fan, right? In terms of shadow work, releasing, letting go. So a little bit every day goes a long way. Oh God, I'm rhyming already. So in between those two of note, Monday, August 7th is actually the solar cross quarter of Lughnasadh or Lammas or Lofmas. It's called different things in different cultures. The cross quarter is the sun is at 15 degrees Leo. So if you can't nail it on the full moon, because in other words, there's a window of opportunity there. But the big one is that Chiron, the wounded healer, an asteroid, is retrograde. Started going retrograde in July and will continue to do so until I think December 23rd. Happy holidays. And it is in the child of the zodiac, first sign of the zodiac, Aries, right? Ego, personality, self, childhood wounds. Great. So let's see if this will be helpful. They are for me. I apply all of my 8 card draws and my 5 card draws to my own energy field, and all of that seems to be working for me. So at least there's some proof in this tasty but not so hasty pudding. So let's get down to it. I think that's enough explanation. Let's do the divination. The shift from explanation to divination happens in this lovely little thing I like to call the still point, little trick my gods gave me, a little chakra hack or something. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do my best to help anybody do their alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, because then they're helping us all shift to a more golden rather than leaded timeline. And cross-watchers, here's your opportunity to help the one you're cross-watching for. See what resonates. Here we go. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. Using the Caroline Myss archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Taurus collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. Please, beloved ones, what is the dominant archetypal pattern in the 8th chakra, hovering over the head of the Taurus and the cross-watchers watching and drawn to this reading, indicating the shadow work, the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, this full to new. Oh, yes, Your Majesty, new. Your Majesty, hello, would you like me to go? Your Majesty, the Queen, archetype Queen, has nothing to do with biological gender. I have a very strong Queen archetype. Yeah, you can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. If you've met my mom, read Sacred Contracts by Caroline Myss, MYSS. She's a PhD, life-changing work, as is the 8 chakra structure I learned from Anatomy of the Spirit from her. She's amazing. So written on the card is the shadow and the light. I call it the lead and the gold, the symbolic alchemy. You do you. The lead becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. Been there, done that. Have the burnt t-shirt. The light attribute, the gold, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others, particularly members of my family and my cats. So I can relate to this. You might be dealing with somebody who has the Queen archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, but it's still your alchemy to do. So that's what I mean. For a cross-watcher, this could be, oh, I'm not the Queen, but I'm dealing with, right? So let's get the next 4 chakras down with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Feminine energy, right? The world behind your eyes. Stuff you don't necessarily share with anybody. But this is where the shadow work and the healing begins, because throat chakra minimum, you have the choice, the willpower to delay or not delay what can't be prevented. How many times you want to keep incarnating to do this, right? I'm like, please, there's got to be other places to go. Please take a nice deep breath. You star seeds. Still point. Goddess override. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of earth, the sign of Taurus and the powers of the north, please, beloved goddesses of fixed earth, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What do they need to be aware of, heart, third eye crown, to alchemize the Queen this full to new? How about the Witch? Okay, the Magician in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. When it's a major arcana card in a draw like this, it's usually all the chakras in that zone. So we're talking about alignment of fire, earth, air, water in your creative intuition, your personal level of power, your second level of power here. I mean, a witch queen or a queen witch, they're not exactly the same thing. So be aware, which is another way of saying beware. Certainly there is an alignment, there is an initiation, and I don't mean like, you know, like like a coven or a fraternity, but initiating something. The card of the Magician, you know, sort of doing the John Travolta, you know, as above, so below, in the woods here with the cauldron, bringing together the water in the cauldron, the fire in the fire, a wand for air, a pentacle on her chest. Yeah, drawing down, cone of power, and then directing that into an intention. So I really think, depending on the spectrum here, that could be a queen, you know, like, woo, go queen, boots, house down, merch. Let's keep going. We've got to see what this looks like on the outside. The lower three chakras, we're doing the masculine energy, the yang dynamic, with the Mythic Tarot. Juliet Sharman Burke. Can't wait to see this. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Gods and override. As I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Taurus, powers of the north, please, beloved gods of fixed, fertile earth. Oof. And bedrock. Yabba dabba do me. Please, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. What do they need to be aware of? Lower three chakras, inside out, inside in, inside in, looking at themselves, looking out at people, places, and things, relationships, and the physical world to alchemize the Queen in the eighth with the Witch on the inner. How about the Fool on the outer? Okay. All right. All three chakras. Really pay attention to your lower three chakra intuition, navigating your way through this. Read the room here, not here. Like visceral. There is a leap of faith here, so it does make sense that you initiate something on the inner and then boop, you take the leap of faith on the outer, moving from one life to the next, right? Because the Fool is the zero. It's not the beginning or the end. It doesn't have a number. So in between the world and the Magician, there is that between the worlds thing there. So a huge opportunity for alignment, for healing, and for tapping into the infinite potentialities of it all, of the unified field. Very, very cool. It's a good read for a shadow read so far, but wait, there's more, because now we're going to grab a whisper of Lord Ganesha from Angela Hartfield. I really, really love her work. We use her whispers of love in a lot of stuff too. But Lord Ganesh is the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, and he's delightful. And I've cultivated a very long relationship with him, really, right before I started joining the Sparkle Productions, interestingly enough. So let's ask him for his guidance, grace, clue, tip, and hint. Please take a nice deep breath. Talk about fixed earth, right? Still point. Ganesh, override. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. Beloved one, please. One card in clarity for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. This feels lovely. What is your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your powerful oracle message to help the Taurus and the cross watchers alchemize the shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, with the Queen, the Witch, and the Fool, this full to new. Positive outlook. Well, there you go. That obviously covers quite a bit. Positive outlook. Location. Just going to read you what she's got to say here. Positive outlook. How you feel depends on your own mental attitude. Think about it. You condense air, you get water, right? You think about something, it's going to create an emotion, even on a subconscious level, right? The many faces of Ganesh, here, it's many faces, I don't know, you can see that, right? It's a whole bunch of them there. The many faces of Ganesha reflect how you feel about the different aspects of your life. Spirituality, health, finances, relationship, and emotional well-being. It is important to remember that circumstances are not good or bad, but always neutral. I know it doesn't look that way, but that's the unity principle of it all. It's not what it is. It's not what you want, it's why you want it. It's not what you do, it's why you do it. Deep down. Yeah. It is how you approach the situation that will determine your outcome. If you choose to see something as depressing, it will be. If you choose to see it as encouraging, it will be. Your mind determines how your day will go. Your state of mind has influence over your body, your relationships, your emotional well-being, and how you view your finances. Every day you are so careful when considering what you will eat during that day. You have the opportunity to be just as discerning when it comes to how you think. You can conquer your moods no matter how bad a mood you seem to be in. Make up your mind that you are not going to be controlled by your moods anymore. If you do find yourself in a low disposition, take a moment to acknowledge what brought this up for you. Take positive action to shift back to happiness or being positive. Now, of course, that can be taken by the ego as an opportunity to bypass our uncomfortable emotions through what's called spiritual bypassing. Let's just, no, all is well, right? Well, shit's falling apart all over the place. There is no healing without truth, right? So be authentic about that, but this is shadow work, and I have to say, we do have the choice to say, this too shall pass. This isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. And by the way, whoever got a guarantee jumping off a cliff? This is Dionysus, my patron god since birth. Grapevine Pentacle, baby. In the wool, died in the wool. No one gets a guarantee because there's infinite number of quantum timelines, supposedly. I don't know, DC and Marvel seem to have covered it. Terry Pratchett a lot, whatever. Science blinded me with science, but hopefully that will help bring you a positive outlook. Just be healthy with it, right? And certainly with the witch, there's certainly a thing of wisdom there, right? If you're going to initiate something and take the leap of faith, positive outlook. And remember, this is the Queen. The Queen does not jump until she's ready to jump. I don't know that anyone's ever said those words in that combination before, but let's just keep moving on. It's a skill to make a shadow read fun, you gotta admit. I think I was born this way. Gaga. Let's talk animal, vegetable, and mineral. We'll start with The Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Everyone has their spirit animals and totems. Just nice to know who's there and if there's a message, what it is, particularly in shadow work and all of that. If you're doing a bit more of a nature-based shamanic thing, please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Stay here. Totemic override. I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. Beloved ones, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them. giving them the guidance, the grace, the support, the love, the companionship, and the powerful oracle message to help them alchemize the queen from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, the witch, the fool, and a positive outlook. This full to new. Split a hair, H-A-R-E. Little witch hazel for you there. Yeah, that's how I knew I was a witch. Split a hair cycles. Yeah, like the menstrual cycle, like Ostara or Eostar. We'll see which we might call her both in this. Card number 31. So there is a cycle. Well, and you are beginning a new cycle with the Fool on the outer and the Witch on the inner. Again, know that you could also be dealing with somebody who's sort of in that place of the Fool as well. Remember, it could be from the inside you looking out. But major arcana are usually stages in life. It takes a while to move through them. They're not always so rapid fire. All right, so just going to read you the first part and the magical application. Cycles. Follow the cycles of nature and you will rarely be disappointed as energy travels in cycles. I don't know, like maybe a shadow read for a 2-week period. Seek balance. There is a time and a season for everything. Plants cannot blossom all the time, so be patient. Part of a positive outlook, one would think. Hair magic has always been linked to the lunar cycle and the fertility cycle of women. For those who wish to achieve a pregnancy, call in hair magic to help you conceive or balance your cycle. For those who are not interested in reproduction, hair magic can be used to quicken up the pace of an outcome or to increase your connection with other cycles. Certainly, I would think that would be helpful. Well, I mean, I've been in training myself with the moon since the 80s, right? It's just a witch thing I do. I do something at full moon, something at noon, and of course the 8 solar Sabbats. Better to work with nature than fight against it, because Mama does know best. So, interesting thing there. The hair. Now, of course, there's fertility in there, We're mad as a March hare, but that's okay. It's August. You'll be fine. But there is also that thing of maybe it's just in the cycle, particularly the cycle of the Fool's cycle in the Major Arcana, you're aligned on the inner to take this leap on the outer. Maybe this is someone, like I said, but ultimately it's going to be your positive outcome that allows you to remove the obstacles here and go with the cycle as a queen, or alchemizing that queen archetype, even if someone else is really the queen in the room. Which, depending on the location, is usually me. Let's get the vegetable to the animal vegetable mineral trio here. The magical herb oracle, Sherilyn Darcy and Deer Dandy. That's D-E-E-R Dandy, who's the illustrator. This is I'm just going to read from the bookie book, the oracular meaning. There's like instructions and stuff to do with it. It's very well written. But I think for brevity, we're going to use it for its oracular meaning. These next 2 cards are both from my beloved Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Lions. Breathe her in if you like. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ariel override. It's fun to say. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north powers of earth, beloved Archangel of Lions, Archangel of Wealth, Archangel of Nature, please. What is your guidance, your grace, your loving, wise, and powerful oracle message using the magical herb oil oracle to help the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? Well, there we go. And cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, alchemize the queen, witch on the inner, fool on the outer, positive outlook and cycles, this full to new. Communication, St. John's wort. So, communication. St. John's wort. W-O-R-T. Just to clarify. Card number 11, that is. Yeah, the oracular meanings are not terribly long here. Oracular meaning, you are being reminded to look after yourself and listen to your body and inner voice. This is communication, yeah. There may be a conflict that requires more attention from you, and perhaps your voice and point of view needs to be communicated more strongly. Oh boy, we're giving Taurians permission to do this. This is an opportunity for growth, for the physical realization of dreams, and a progression in goals is also available. Speak up, but make sure you are clearly heard, because there is energy around that will disrupt meanings when you communicate. Double check any form of correspondence to ensure it has been received. All right, that's in a general read. I mean, in communicating with a positive outlook, I think, well, not first thing in the morning, though, until I've had coffee, right? I can't do perky in the morning. I have a drip. Anyway. So, yeah, I think you get what I'm saying. So, this is a cycle. In terms of the throat chakra aspect of that, we usually think of communication as something spoken or written. But creativity in and of itself is a form of communication if you think about it. Even, your house, right? Particularly Taurians, right? The collectors of the zodiac, you're the only ones that can get away with it. So, that fixed earth, your collections and things like that, they are, in a sense, an artistic expression. So St. John's wort, look it up, because certainly it's not an unknown esoteric herb. I mean, you can get it in health food stores. So, our second to last card down, the Crystal Oracle, Tony Carmine Salerno, again, Archangel Ariel. We've still got her on the line. We're all one, essentially. Please take a nice deep breath. I'm having fun with this read. Still point. My beloved Archangel Ariel, please. One card in clarity from the Crystal Oracle, from Tony Carmine Salerno, by Tony Carmine Salerno. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message from the Crystal Oracle for the element of earth here? Maybe a little touchstone, a little amulet, a little clue tip of hand, a little magical carrier, just to help them through the shadow work, so that they can alchemize the Queen archetype from shadow to light, light to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, this full to new. Rhodochrosite. R-H-O-D-O-C-H-R-O-S-I-T-E. I don't think you could work that into a song, but I wouldn't put it past anyone to do it. Rhodochrosite, I use it for past life stuff, but as you'll hear in a minute, this is about relationships and mirroring. And if I remember correctly, this one has an affirmation to it. All right, here we go. Rhodochrosite, relationships, compassion, blessings, love, and joy. All right, so that, from the Queen archetype point of view, that feels very copacetic, a compassionate queen. It is through our relationships with others that we learn more about our own character. Absolutely. From a higher perspective, everyone we encounter is a reflection of ourselves, and the universe has placed around us the things that will help us expand our love and tolerance. True. We meet people we like and people we dislike. When we see what we consider to be positive traits in others, we align with these characteristics because we believe them to be good. Agreed. It's this next one I take I think there's more wiggle room here. Yet, when we see what we consider to be negative aspects in others' characters, we refuse to see the same traits in ourselves because we judge them as bad. That is the you spot it, you got it thing, and that's a good intro, but there are actually 7 mirrors available, not just what's called the Mirror of Now. You spot it, you got it. It's from the Dead Sea Scrolls. Greg Braden did a wonderful 2-hour workshop you can get for free on YouTube. The 7 Essene Mirrors, E-S-S-E-N-E. Check it out, Qumran, all that. Let's see, where did we leave off? Yet the truth is that we each have the trait within each other, currently or in the past, otherwise we would not be able to recognize those traits in another. But then again, if you're really, 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 really generous, and you run up against somebody who's really, 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 really stingy and miserly, well, that's called the mirror of judgment. It's showing you where your judgment is, not necessarily that you embody that trait. Just saying. You are being urged to examine these traits you don't like in others, and rather than merely judge them as bad or avoiding them, look at what they reflect. And it could. This is, wow, no, I'm really wicked judgmental about this. That's enough to actually shift something. Developing a compassionate attitude will help you realize that often the judgments we make about ourselves are judgments we make about others. It's a different mirror, but yeah. All relationships are a mixture of positive and negative that help us broaden our understanding of life and love and help us to see more of who we are. Here's the affirmation. You want to get a post-it? I'll wait. No. I love and accept myself as I am. I love and accept the world as it is. Oh, that'll bring up some good stuff for shadow work. Oh, yeah, for a Taurus. Ooh, that'll be fun. Deep in my heart, I know that beyond my perceptions of good and bad, only love exists. And that is the truth. That is one of them, their ultimate truths, you know, of all of it. There's only one of us here. There's only one love, one light, you know. My queen. Let's keep going. Last card down, the Macon Healing Mantra. Your Majesty. A split of hair. I'm kind of liking this read for you, but obviously positive outlook is going to be what removes obstacles in this. And with the Witch on the inner, I think you're going to be all right. But the Macon Healing Mantra, to bring it all together, and really, if you remember anything, this is the one to work. Cross Watchers 2. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Masters override. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, for the Taurus Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Crosswatchers watching this video who are drawn to this reading, beloved ones, what is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your powerful message in the shape of the perfect healing mantra for the Taurus and the Crosswatchers to help them alchemize the Queen archetype from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, Witch on the inner, the Fool on the outer, positive outlook, cycles of the hair, communication of St. John's wort, and rhodochrosite, relationships and compassion, and the mirroring and all of that, this full to new. Discovering happiness, I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. Bring you right into the present moment. This one might take a little work, because contentment is like, well, I don't want to just be content. Like, we take that as being lazy, but that is the fertile ground as the true state of our being, the happiness of the soul, becomes discovered. In other words, it's in there. It's like Prego. Such an old commercial. It's in there. Discovering happiness. I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. Yes, Your Majesty. When happiness is discovered, you are inspired, excited, and passionate about the gift of being alive. There is a willingness to open your heart to the mystery of each moment, whether you're getting what you want or witnessing unexpected outcomes. The discovery of happiness frees you from needing life to bring you more of this or less of that. The true joy of being yourself has dawned, and that is that Fool card. Stepping forward in that faith that you're going to be fine. This mantra is ideal for facing disappointment, developing self-approval, and feeling fulfilled. And if you can get that it's a part of a cycle, right, that flowers don't bloom all year long, except maybe some places on the planet, right, but they have their cycles like everything else, then you can really maintain equilibrium. And look, a happy queen, if the queen's happy, usually, you know, it works out for other people. Oof with their heads, you know, not so great. So let's put this together in a blessimation, a combination of blessing and summation. If you are new, it's one of them Patreon words we came up with. And then we'll talk a little bit about readings and all that stuff. If you're interested, please take a nice deep breath one last time. still point. Pantheonic override. We end as we began. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Taurus collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to radiate the regal feminine using their benevolent authority to protect others with the alignment of the witch, magician, heart, their third eye crown, and taking a leap of faith between the worlds and into something new of their own creative intuition with a positive outlook, removing the obstacles and riding the cycles as they come, being patient and knowing in the present moment there's always something there, and with the St. John's wort of communication to make sure that things are clear and cleanly communicated as they go, particularly in relationships where they may or may not like who is crossing their path in this 2 week, but to look at what is that triggered in me. Is that from the past? Is it judgment? Is it this? Is that? But regardless of where they are in the shadow work, allow them all they need. Give them all that they need to discover happiness, allowing themselves to be content exactly as they are, to heal, to grow, to learn, to alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxic to healthy, their fear to love, their illusions to truth, revealing the discovery of their own internal state of happiness, which is eternal state of happiness underneath it all. We're really lovely underneath it all for their well-being, the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest versions they can be, making their way to a more golden timeline of this lifetime for their well-being, for the well-being of their loved ones, for the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. Underworld Catwalk, Janet Grace Alvarado. God, I want to walk a catwalk with this. I absolutely want to walk a runway to this. I do. Anyway, did you like the video? I hope you did. If so, please hit the thumbs up. It will help other Taurians and their cross-watchers find this reading. That's how algorithms work, but we don't have any over on Patreon. Neener. God, I love my patreon.com/draggingthecircle. Remember, 3 benefits. 3 benefits, all of them get, doesn't matter what level you jump in on. Daily check-ins, I love them. They're so much fun. I cherish them deeply. The extended readings, there are tons of them. Most of them are over an hour, and I'm a Virgo. Very, very detailed. And of course, extensive discount on private sessions with me. Spiritual counseling, readings in person, Zoom recorded, all of that. There's a video in the description box. We'll talk about that next. But I will say, if you check me out for a week, check me out for a week as a seeker or human, you get the daily check-ins, you get the extended readings. But if you want that extensive discount, stay till day 8, because all levels get that same thing. And just buyer beware. All of the people who were 7-day free trials stayed as subscribers, so we're having a lot of fun over there. It's the coolest thing ever. So just come Patreon on Patreon. You will not regret it. And if you want to book me for one of them, they're private readings regardless. There is a video in the description box, booking private sessions with Mal. We'll explain everything for you, traveling, all of that, but it's all on my website as well. Drawingthecircle.com. There's a store thing. You click store, take you to the store, oddly enough, and you'll see reading packages, spiritual counseling, as well as some other digital content. And I'm going to start uploading some of that digital content for sale on Patreon, but oh my god, I'm working backwards now. But yeah, it explains it all there in words, but the video does it in about 11 minutes. My mom likes it, makes me laugh. We're going to keep it, and I probably won't change my prices for another 25 years. So yeah, check it out. And I say over and over, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of funds. I know I'm here to help. I would like this to be my last incarnation on Gaia's Lovely. It's the people, you know. And sometimes it's just how it is on a planet. But regardless, it is my honor, my pleasure, and I will say my spiritual privilege to be able to serve the earth signs, because let's face it, we are the stablest of the zodiac and all of that. So hang in there. I love you. I believe in you. Fixed earth, you'll do it. Just remember, you can do this. But I see clear communication, right? And my darling, don't off with their heads. It's not a good look. Because what if turtlenecks come back? So wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed, my beloved bulls. Hang in there. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.